related with compression members. We are not going to see in detail all the clauses. We will just go which clauses we have to use for compression member. When we will go to solve the problems, then we will see in detail all the clauses. So now we have, first you can see this, we have 7.1, which is design strength and common hot rolled and built up steel members. So we have clause P less than PD, where P we have design strength, sorry, PD we have design strength, and P we have, that is compressive force. So as we have seen in tension member, that is T less than TD, in the same way we have over here, that is P less than PD. Now how we will calculate PD? So we have PD, that is equal to AE into FCD. What is AE? So AE, if we will see, then this is given as effective sectional area as defined in 7.3.2. And what is FCD? So FCD is design compressive strength, and that is given as per 7.1.2.1. Now effective sectional area, how we will calculate this effective sectional area? Then that is clearly given according to 3.7.2, and by using 3.7.2 we have to calculate this value of AE, which is your effective cross sectional area. And you can see here we have actually here four class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, and these classes as per your table number 2, and that is for your class of this section by using D by T, B by T. And if we have class 4, then we have to find out AE. For other classes we can take value, that is A gross area, that is equal to AE, except class 4. So here it is mentioned, so you can see this class 1 cross section which can develop plastic hinges and have the rotation capacity required for failure. And similarly class 2, that is explained, class 3, and then class 4 we have slender. And in this they have mentioned that the gross sectional area shall be taken as the effective area, and that is mentioned except we have class 4. For other we have to take gross areas effective cross sectional area. Now FCD we are going to calculate by using this formula 7.1.2.1, and that is FCD equal to Fy upon gamma mu 5 plus phi square minus lambda square to the power 0.5. Now phi equal to x, this is reduction factor, and this is given in table 8. FCD also we have given, we can find value of FCD directly from table 9 ABCD, and similarly X we can find 8 ABCD. Fy upon gamma mu less than or equal to Fy upon gamma mu. So maximum value, limiting value of the compressive stress is Fy upon gamma mu. Phi value we have given 0.51 plus alpha, lambda minus 0.2 plus lambda square, and lambda, that formula is given, if you remember columns in strength of materials, then we have this pi square E upon KL by R whole square, which we are going to consider it as FCC, and then root Fy upon FCC we are going to consider it as lambda. Then we have this value of FCC we have seen, lambda we have seen, KL upon R, that is we have effective slenderness ratio, alpha is given, imperfection factor given in table 7, and from that table we have to take for class ABCD. X we have already seen, stress reduction factor we can use table 8, or we can find value of reduction factor by using this formula. Phi we can find from this. So likewise we can use this formula and find FCD value, or we can use direct table 9 which will gives me FCD value, or table 8 I can use which will gives me value of stress reduction factor. Then we have effective length of compression member. So effective length we have KL, and K depends upon your fixity of the member or connection, fixity of the connection. Then compression member in trusses, so we have this value that varies between 0.7 to 1 times. That value of K is taken 0.7 to 1. that is for your bolted, riveted, or welded truss members. So now, in the case of members of the truss is buckling, that is perpendicular to the plane of the truss, and effective length shall be taken as again KL, be taken as the distance between the center of the intersection. So KL directly perpendicular to the plane of the buckling, we can take it as directly center to center distance between the members or between the connections. Then single angle strut, we cannot use that formula which we have for 7.2, which is for FCD. Here we have to see our member is concentric or member is eccentric. Generally, if we will go through the problems, then we are going to connect single angle section by single leg, and then we are going to get that connection as eccentric connection. So for concentric connection, we can have 7.1.2, but if we have eccentric connection, then we have to go by using 7.1, 7.5.1.2. In this case, we have loaded through one angle, and that is not concentric. In that one, we have to find lambda E, and lambda E we are going to find out by using this formula: K1 plus K2 lambda VB whole square plus K3 lambda phi square. Lambda VB, this is L by R, and this R we have RVB. In case of single angle section, we have to see 4 radius of gyration: RXX, RYY, RUU, and RVB. RVB is always minimum in case of single angle section. And then we can find this lambda VB, we can find lambda phi, and we can substitute these values K1, K2, K3 from table 12, and that values we can put in this one. And this K1, K2, K3 values depends upon your gusset connecting member fixity, and that we have values given for K1, K2, K3. Then we have double angle section. In this one, your value of K, that is again between 0.7 to 0.85 and perpendicular to the plane, or we can say that is the effective length KL in the plane perpendicular to that of the end gusset, we have same as a single angle section. Double angle discontinuous and double angle continuous. So generally, when we will say that is main tie in trusses or principal rafters, then these members we have continuous struts, and that is principal rafter. We have continuous struts, if we will say, then we have principal rafters. And discontinuous strut means we have member between your main tie and your principal rafters, and according to this we have to go for double angle discontinuous and double angle continuous struts. So these are the different clauses which we have to use in the analysis of the analysis and design of the compression member. In detail we will see when we will solve the problems. So thank you. So we will stop here only.